on the video. So this is gonna be the third segment. Oh dang, I already got started. Alright, let's pause it. I lied. It's gonna be the third segment. This is going to be Summers to Stonehenge. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot shorter than the rest of the segments, and that's because this part of the game is a lot more execution heavy. I mean, you have to execute in, see, Fire Springs, Magicant too, but I don't think they're as bad as, like, Pyramid and Stonehenge are. So I'll try to do my best to explain stuff, but I'll most likely make some tutorial videos on how to execute a little better in those two areas. So maybe, like, other runners too can get, like, more adjusted to it. So when we get to Summers, all we have to do is, like, head to the right. And we're gonna go talk to the Jamaican man, and he's gonna give us the number to the Stoic Club. So it's this little area right here. You talk to the man, and once you exit the door, the Tony's gonna call you and ask for a player name. You can set it to whatever you want, or you can go with the, you know, true Earthbound speedrunning meme, which is full butts. Just butts, 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 butt. You think I'm joking until you see this. There you go. Perfect butts. So after you get the number, you can just head back to the left, and you go into the museum, and you call the Stoic Club to make a reservation, and then go to the Stoic Club. Also, careful with enemies here, just teleport to avoid. And then you start the poo segment sequence. So yeah, it's the taxis and signs that you have to watch out for. There's also the overzealous cops, I believe, but they're on the beach, so you don't have to worry about them. So you talk to this man first, and then you go talk to the lady in the pink on the right corner. She's the one that makes the magic cake. Excuse me. Yeah, the butts started praying. So then we head down and left. Where's that cop? And you talk to her and just say yes to the cake. Say no to drugs, kids. Heard it here first. Nice one, dragon. No. Silent, get out of here. No drugs, period. Please and thank you. This is a drug-free zone, alright? Okay, so here's the other couple life noodles and brain food lunch you can pick up. I guess if you are starting the run, or you're a new runner, I suggest picking up both. One you're gonna use for Pyramid if Nessa's psychic points get too low, and then the other one you can definitely use in Fire Springs, and you can use it on Pooh and it'll fully recover his psychic points. So the max is either like 40 or 50 for the other characters, but whenever you use items from Dalam, they fully heal Pooh. Or they actually work on Pooh. Like a bottle of water restores 10 of his psychic points. If it's a deluxe water bottle, then it restores like 50 or something, but if you use it on any other characters, it doesn't restore much at all. And it's the same for, like, their items. Like, if you use a healing item on, Pooh, like a regular food item, a hamburger or something, it's not gonna heal as much. So for this meditation part, all you have to do is keep saying yes until it's over. Also, when Pooh's sitting down and one of the characters like tries to tell him to go back to the temple, don't do it, because if you at any point screw up the meditation sequence, you have to walk all the way back to the temple, talk to the master, and then come back over here. Yeah, the music in Dalam and the Pink Cloud Shrine are the absolute best in this game, for me at least. What direction is the apartment face? Oh man, yeah, Dragon's probably gonna understand all of that. So yeah, after the meditation, you just head back up. Easy peasy. And if you didn't pick up the items, I suggest you do it now once you get back in there. Right, Navi. Yeah, you never actually know. Dragon. So after this, Pooh gets some nice level ups, and he also learns teleport. Oh right, okay, it's Alpha and Beta. So the difference between teleport Alpha and teleport Beta. Teleport Alpha, you run in a straight line. The more speed you pick up, the more quicker you'll teleport out. With Beta, they just go in a circle, and it's the same thing. You can't bump into anything or the teleportation gets cancelled. Ian. Okay, and all of the big bottle rockets that we gave to Paula, we can now move them over to Jeff. If there are any extra super bombs left over, you should give one to Ness and give one to Pooh as well, and that's going to be used for the Kraken. So instead of having to like queue up Rock and Beta or Freeze Beta with Pooh and Ness, which are a little slower, they can just throw super bombs at the monster. So here we're going to head back to the museum, and we're going to go to the second floor, and we're going to fight a Shattered Man. And this is so we can get the copy to get into the pyramid. We just go through here, head on up, and you talk to this man, and he's just gonna ask for the gem that Pooh's holding. You just tell him yes. You get to go in. So like with this little mummy man right here, you can use a super bomb or use freeze with Paula and Pooh, and use a big bottle rocket with Jeff. He has a chance to drop an item, and pay attention because it's going to be a mummy wrap. If he does, you hand it to Paula, and you're going to use that mummy wrap on the Kraken. And Paula hopefully will outspeed the Kraken and whip out the mummy wrap. And if it hits, it'll do around 230 to 250 damage, maybe a little more. And it'll also solidify the Kraken. So it'll negate any attack that he does, like if he breathes fire or unleashes a tornado, whatever it may be, so the Kraken won't take his turn. And then none of the characters will get hit, and Jeff will set off the BBR, and Ness and Pooh can set off super bombs or their PSI attacks. Also, you don't have to talk to him. It was just an accident. I overmashed. But once you leave, yeah. And you have to make sure to read the sign, so then you don't get it. Yeah, it's Pooh. It's Prince Pooh, the final member with the little ponytail. And you don't have to answer them. So now we make our way to the right and we go to the shop. And this is where we're gonna start filling up on skip sandwiches. Other people don't do it here. They just get 6 and put them on nests, and those 6 are gonna be used for pyramid. But I think a smart thing to do, because you know, your execution won't be like on par unless you practice a bunch. Buy skip sandwiches for Paula, like fill up her inventory, and then fill up Pooh's. Those are gonna be used later in the game, like Stonehenge, the cave to the past, the cave of the past. You can use them in, let's see, not Starbucks. Well, yeah, Stonehenge, I already said that though. What is it? Where Electrospector's cave is. And then the final sanctuary we get to as well. So yeah, and then Ness also needs 2 skip sandwiches, and those are going to be used in Magic Camp. $10 an hour isn't, yeah, motivating enough to do what you do. Yeah, I completely understand. Oh yeah, another thing, if you haven't sold the Platinum Band, you can sell it here too, and that way you have enough money to buy the skip sandwiches that you need, as well as have money for buying the Crystal Charms, which we will get in Scaraba once we reach there, after we fight the Kraken. Another thing is make sure you save here, because the Kraken can kill everyone. You respawn in summers on the beach, but the problem with that is you're gonna have to take out money and revive the characters, but at this point, like, you don't want to take out any money from your ATM until the second round of Dungeon Man, because we're gonna start buying multi-bottle rockets. And those are gonna be used for the rest of the game. So yeah, just make sure you save here. So if you die with Kraken, just don't continue the game, and then restart and load up your save file. So you just head down and then go right and talk to the sailor over here. Dragon, get a plunger. He didn't even know what that was. Fantastic. Oh, really, Navi? So what do you have to tell him at that point? Like, if they call? They're just like, I have all the money, give me an apartment. So yeah, with the Kraken fight again, you use a super bomb with Ness, or if you don't have any, use Rockin' Beta. If you have the mummy wrap with Paula, use that. If you don't have that, use a super bomb. If not, just use freeze beta. Use a big bottle rocket with Jeff, and either a super bomb or freeze beta with Pooh. Oh, there we go. You can do the crashing, bang attack, boom attack. Excuse me. So yeah, that was really stupid. So if they don't all kill him, just either use another rockin', big bottle rocket, or freeze with poo. Like, you want to queue up everyone to make an attack, because I wasn't aware that Jeff only had like 5 HP left, and I was like, yeah, let's just use another big bottle rocket. Thankfully, he just emitted a pale green light, so Jeff didn't end up dying. Oh my god, Navi. Dragon. I love you. Please don't ever forget that. So yeah, if any of the characters die, and say you have a secret herb, like the secret herb that you picked up in Moonside, you can try to revive one of them. If not, the hospital's down to the left. It's a little white building and you'll see it. But if the secret herb works on like a character that's dead and you don't have to revive anyone else, that's good. You can just heal their HP. I think it heals to the max, or it probably doesn't. Maybe only the couple life noodles. No, I guess it does. Oh, okay. There it is. Also, you're gonna want to use Pooh's psychic points because you're gonna need Nesses for what happens in Pyramid. We'll get to that. So here you head down and you have to buy 2 crystal charms. You give one to Paula and one to Jeff. And what the crystal charms do, it raises their speed. So this is definitely gonna help with like running away and for Jeff to have proper speed for like the multi-bottle rockets and whatever big bottle rockets he has left over. To do the right amount of damage. So here you want to be careful because there's a fuzzy pickle trigger. And if there are any enemies that spawn here, you can just use teleport and make your way around. Make sure to bonk into stuff because, like I said, if you pick up too much speed, you're gonna teleport out. And then step on the plates like a star. 1, and then whatever numbers they are. But it's the shape of a star, so just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back up. And then here you want to teleport against the door. It's because there's another trigger for a picture, and you can hit it, and if you do, that's okay. Don't worry too much about it. Hi, Clayton. What's up? Rolling in, kitties. So here, we're gonna start using the skip sandwiches. So you want to get about halfway through the room where that little guy on the wall is. And you go to Paula's inventory and you use a skip sandwich. You can use it on any character. But it's faster to use it on the character who's holding it. It's because it negates some text that shows up. Like if you get it from Paula's inventory and use it on, let's say, Ness, it'll say like, oh, well, Paula picked up or took out the skip sandwich from her inventory and gave it to Ness. Ness ate the skip sandwich and then he restored this amount of HP. So if like you just use it on Paula, then it'll be like, oh yeah, Paula ate the skip sandwich and recovered this amount of HP. But the effect of the skip, like, it's still active on all the characters, so it doesn't just like affect one. So yeah, you want to use it like in the middle of the room and then make your way back up to the exit on the other side. And then I got into the encounter, and it's gonna happen. You're gonna make this mistake. Let me see, I have to get the cursor back up on the screen. Alright, there it is. Okay, so for these skips, they're not super tight, but there's a suggestion, or just like a way to do it. So when you get up here, it's this first, or not the first line. I think it's the second one. Yeah, it's the second line. You want to get down before you reach that line, because if you go down at any point past it, the snake is already going to be triggered to run towards you. So you want to go down for that line and then run straight. And around this little area right here, you want to like head up and go up the stairs. So like I said, if you do it too late, then it's gonna Or yeah, if you pass it's gonna be too late because the snake's already gonna chase after you. So you have to get into an encounter with him. The enemies in here, they're weak to hypnosis, or they're open to hypnosis and paralysis. The snakes and it's most of the mummies too. They're open to hypnosis, but I think it's better to use paralysis on the mummies. You can use paralysis on the snake. It's not 100%. I think it's like either 50 or 75, so it's not always going to be guaranteed to work on the snake. As well as the other hieroglyphic copy, you can use hypnosis on him too. So yeah, with enemies, whenever they are solidified, paralyzed, or fallen asleep, then you can run away. Like, it's a guarantee, 100%. So we're just gonna use hypnosis on the snake and then defend with everyone else. And then you can just run. Also, you have to be careful, oops, because, your iframes aren't active with the enemies that come off the wall. They're active with all the other enemies in Pyramid, just not these for some weird reason, and I don't know why. So then you just want to run up. And say if your skip sandwich wears out at the end of this, you can just stutter past the snake. I've been doing okay. How about you, Clayton? So like with this battle with the little anarchid, you can either freeze it with Paula and Pooh or just use a spare big bottle rocket that you have and then put the copy to sleep. And then continue running. Before you exit this room, you just want to use another skip sandwich. And you're going to want to run straight across and then tap down so you can walk down the stairs properly. And then here's another room where you just want to buffer the menu to see like what's on screen and then go on from there. And then this casket that you open has a skip sandwich, or not a skip sandwich, a cup of life noodles. Oh yeah, I thought so. Do you want to go out the room? Want to go out the room? And then there's this other mummy man at the bottom. Use a big bottle rocket, and if you have any super bombs left over, excuse me, you can use that on him too. I think I ran out of, yeah, big bottle rockets, so I just used the super bomb and then froze more super bombs. You're stuck out at work all the time again. Who's ass am I kicking? So yeah, after that, there are gonna be some more enemies in this next coming room. If they're far enough, you can just go down and hit the trigger, and then go back up and out of the room. You just want to be careful. I think I made a mistake, because like, I was either reading chat or trying to do something, and I might have hit like an enemy here. In the next room. Oh no, okay, I was trying to hold down, but instead I held just left. So I was like, well, there goes my chance. There we go, and then I tried to like exit, but it was too late. If that's the case, like I said, you just want to be aware of like what's in the room. And if like something spawns at the top, you can just hit up and it'll probably be a green swirl. Here you can use Paralysis Omega. I think I tried to use Hypnosis because I was like, yeah, it'll totally work on the guard, but it didn't. A thing you can do is just put the snake to sleep and then try to run away because the guard is pretty slow anyway. So, your chances of running are a little higher than against the snake. And then you want to use another skip sandwich once you're like halfway up the second little flight of stairs. And then you want to run down again and then up. I think I tried to green swirl him, but it didn't work. What did I do here? It was cross, Omega. Okay, did work on the snake too. But it's, yeah, it's not 100%. If any character's HP gets low, don't worry too much about it. I guess the only one you should really worry about is Paula, because she has to skip sandwiches that you're gonna use. And this is where the brain food lunch comes in. If Nesh drops, like, anywhere from 50 psychic points or lower, use it on him so he can replenish his psychic points so you can continue to use, like, paralysis and hypnosis. As for this, like, I saw too many enemies at the bottom of the screen. So what you can do is just fight the guy on the wall, and then, like I said, your iframes will work. So, like, once you finish the battle or you run away, you use another skip sandwich and then just run past the other enemies. Like that, and then just swoop. Free. Home free. Okay, it is 50 psychic points. Just exit out the room. When you head up here, there's this other room. It's not necessary, like, you don't absolutely need it. But there's a diamond band, and you want that because you sell it and you get like $5,000, and you need the money to buy multi-bottle rockets. But if you're too short, then you can always go back and buy some more. Like, it's not 100% necessary for you to buy them right now. So then you fall down the hole, and then before you exit this room, you want to use another skip sandwich. Or once you get into that room, because, yeah, if you use it too late, then they just encounter you. That's one hell of an explosion. Oh my goodness. So yeah, like I said, if any of the characters dies, it's okay. They're gonna get revived after this anyway, because Pooh's master shows up again, and then just revives them. He's like, "Oh, Pooh, you have to come with me." Yay. And he disappears. So Pyramid can be pretty scary, but like I said, once you learn how to like execute a little better, it's not too bad. But it is a place where you can either just lose a bunch of time or just lose the run period. So here you have to talk to this man, the Indian man. He's gonna give you the key to Dungeon Man. And you definitely need it to get in. So here, you can just go above this tree unless there are spawns around. In this case, you have to be careful, and you can just teleport diagonally up, and you'll be next to Dungeon Man, or hit the entrance, and then just be able to use the key. So in this place, you also have to be very careful, because there are these presents, and I'm pretty sure we get into an encounter with some, and I think one of the characters dies. There it is. Yeah, like, it's really fun. Like, being able to execute Pyramid is, like, one of the greatest things of Earthbound, because you're like, yes, I rule this place. I think I, like, tried to run away. I was like, nope, get out. Yeah, that cup of coffee and the music record. They're horrible. And the protoplasm is just like, hey, remember me? I'm actually worthless this time. So yeah, that was really crappy. There's a hospital to the left, but I didn't want to waste the money. Like I said, the money's gonna be pretty tight unless you got into a bunch of extra encounters and you defeated the enemies, because every enemy you defeat is a certain amount you get. So if you did like take extra encounters, then you'll probably be fine. What's up, Death? How are you? So yeah, you just want to be careful in Dungeon Man, because this place is also very scary. I think it's scarier than Pyramid, to be honest. You're enjoying my stream, that's good. Good, Death, and I'm doing alright too. Thank you for asking. You've never seen an Earthbound speedrun, oh man. I'll try to do attempts tomorrow. By try, I probably will. Okay, these guys, they're called mooks. They're terrifying, and because they can diamondize you, and once you're diamondized, it's game over. But you can just use hypnosis on them and then run away. You'll be safe. Yeah, the difference, right? So yeah, I just use hypnosis, run away, and then heal if they damaged you. I don't like mooks, they're very scary. So you just make your way up. Wait, is that? Oh, it's Fuzzies? Oh my god. Such a good Sonic emote. Oh, right. You have to talk to him, because if you don't and you walk out, then it doesn't trigger the cutscene of like where you have to head down and he follows you and gives you the submarine. So just be careful with like spawns here, because that can happen. I don't know what happened there. Like, how was that a green? So just run away, then make your way back down again. And then before you exit Dungeon Man, you just want to use a skip sandwich again, and this is going to help avoid the UFOs that are waiting outside. So there should be like one more. Lumpy. So yeah, like what you want to do is like stay to the right. And if the UFOs get too close or do end up touching you, you have like a slight moment to like hit left and face them so you don't get red swirled. So yeah, you just head down here, and if any UFOs spawn, just teleport past them and go talk to this guy. Don't directly run into him though, because you'll get stuck in this running animation where the characters are just like running like they're teleporting still. So you tell him yes, and then you go talk to Dungeon Man again. Okay, so in this part, once you take out all the money, save, because you don't want to die and lose it all. That was really stupid. If you get into this encounter, you might as well just defend and then freeze the cup of coffee first, and then, cup of coffee first. And then kill the music record with the freeze. I think I tried to, like, rock him there because it's a panic thing I do. I'm like, ah, no, he has to die! So yeah, like, once you die, you lose half of your money, and, you can't lose half of this money. Like, it's... No, just don't do it. Just take it all out. Whatever's in there. And then save on that payphone. I get it! That's the great thing about, like, being able to name your characters. I love you, Charlie. How are you today? How about that local sports team? Getting too spicy for you. Yay, that's great! Congrats, Charlie. Proud of you. Summer break time. Do you have any plans yet, or is it just relax for now? Unwind from school? So yeah, all we have to do is make our way back up to Dungeon Man. You don't have to talk to him again, but once you head down for the exits, you go to the right instead of the left one. So the right is where you're gonna go get the submarine, and you can also heal there. About the car enemy following you. It's creepy, isn't it? You think Ness gets a bumper to the face? Probably, yeah. Okay, and this is another item you want to pick up, and it's just to sell it to get more multi-bottle rockets. So I made this mistake here, when I did buy the multi-bottle rockets. There's a revitalizing machine just in case anyone like died or you need a heal. Just use it and they'll come back, and then go check the submarine and you're off. But you want to fill up on multi-bottle rockets first, and then get 2 super bombs for Ness, because if you buy the 2 super bombs first, then you probably won't have enough to buy the rest of the multi-bottle rockets, or you'll be missing one. Also, if there are any big bottle rockets left on Jeff, leave him 1, because you can use that for Mondo Mole. I know you guys have the Ness emote from Fuzzy's channel. Nice, Charlie. It's awesome. Can't wait to see the stuff you make. Excuse me. Oh, really, Ian? Alright, this is another place you want to safety save, because, Deep Darkness has some really mean and aggressive enemies, and if you die, then, I mean, you start back from here, but there's a doctor, and you have to take out money that you don't really have. So what we do in Deep Darkness, we use the teleportation to move around, because, since we're in, like, really deep water, it's slower for the enemies to move around. So you talk to him, and, you're gonna sell that diamond band you got in Pyramid if you were able to get it, and the talisman ribbon. And then, if you have anything else to sell, or, like, any useless items, you can, like, sell them or just get rid of them. Also, make sure that, Jeff's inventory is clean, besides having, like, a bottle rocket, and a big bottle rocket, and, the crystal charm. Besides that, yeah, just fill them up with the MBRs. You're excited to have it cleaned and organized again. That's the best thing after finishing school, is like having your room clean to like where it was a room and not a storage unit for school. Yeah, that diamond band is worth a lot. So see, this was my mistake. I was like, yeah, I'll just buy the super bombs for Ness first, but I should have bought the MBRs. So I was short on one. So yeah, make sure you fill up Jeff's first, and if you are short on multi-bottle rockets, it's okay, you can come back either way later on. Just take out more money, you'll have more than enough later to buy extras. I think I would have had enough. Maybe not. Okay, no, I definitely would have, because there were 400 each. Oh, that would be wonderful, Charlie. Probably wear mine every day. So yeah, like I said, you have to be careful. Also, you have to use the Hawkeye or you can't continue moving around Deep Darkness. There's like a wall that's built. So if you don't have the Hawkeye, that was a little scary, then you can't progress. And you pick it up in Pyramid though, so just be cautious of that. Careful with these enemies too, because they're really scary. So yeah, like, once you start, your teleports don't have to be perfect. Just get around to, dodging the enemies and moving properly first. Also, once I got Pooh, I teleported out of Deep Darkness, so we had to do everything over again. Forgot about that, so you'll get to see it twice as much. Hilo. Yeah, the Hilo pad, it was destroyed. Makes me sad. Also, if there are like enemies that block your way, you can just like teleport the opposite direction and despawn them. Dude, that was so sad. We're gonna see it. I was like, no! That was the moment. I was happy to like not have my microphone on while I did recordings for game. So yeah, you just make your way over here, and then, we fight the ghost of Master Belch. And all you have to do is use a multi-bottle rocket on him. If it doesn't kill him, you can freeze with Paula, and it should do enough damage to trigger Pooh coming in and using Starstorm. Hey Redneck, what's up? How's it going? Also, you want to drop that Casey back because we don't use it. I think it was Ian that asked yesterday, like, why do we get rid of it? Or if it was intentional, and it's because, the Casey bat, yeah, it's, like, really strong, it has a lot of power, but it also has an extremely high chance of missing, so we don't use it at all. Yeah, this is where I teleport out. When you see the example of picking up too much speed and teleporting away out of the place that you're at. You have to go back to Deep Darkness and do it all over again. Well, hey, right. So it's gonna happen, like I said, practice the timing. It doesn't have to be extremely perfect at first, just make your way around, make sure to avoid the enemies. If you do get into any encounters, it's hard to say what to do because, I mean, if it's like the alligator or the crocodile, just use freeze. If it's the manly fish, you have to use thunder because fire and freeze won't do as much damage or nearly as much damage as thunder will. Probably do very little. Let's see what else. If Pooh's back in the party, use Starstorm. It was probably this one that I encountered. No, it wasn't. Where was it? I think we fought the manly fish. Helicopter again. And if it's a pack of the Pitbull slugs, just use Rockin' and fire on them. Oh yeah, it was definitely up here, because man, did they spawn like crazy. Ooh, let me know how those are, Navi. I love these enemies, and I think I tried to squeeze past them, but I was like, nope, I bonked into the tree and that was it. Jabbed with a spear. Alright, round 2 of teleporting. Don't worry, I didn't teleport out of deep darkness again. It would have been really sad though. But yeah, this teleport is a trap. So if you are afraid, just make them short. Wait, you don't like coconut redneck? Why not? So here is the Tenda village, and all you have to do is go inside and then exit out. Then you get the call from Apple Kid. He just tells you that he's being kidnapped, and so you have to teleport to Winters. And in Winters is where we use like more teleportation, because when we get back there, it's just a bunch of aliens flying around. If you fight any of them, it's like, especially the mooks, if you get into an encounter with them by accident, just use hypnosis on them and then run away from the rest. Comes the choo-choo train! Yeah, this is a pretty long run. Pretty long indeed. I mean, I run Final Fantasy X, that's the longest game I have. That one's PC, the PB is like a 946, my PS2 PB is an awful 1055. I'll drag it down at some point. I don't think that Coconut Dragon, not Coconut Head from Ned's Declassified. So yeah, you just make your way back down, like, when you were with Jeff the first time, and just go down to Tessie's spot. Bubble Monkey will bring you about. You get to see Tessie again. But yeah, that's the glory of running RPGs. They're super long. They're fun. Everyone's favorite MS Paint Beast. Look at that dopey smile, the beautiful shades of purple. Yeah, put your neck away. I think making the Tessie Perler was probably one of my favorite things. She's so cute, look at her. Don't bully. No bully. Isn't she, Ian? Look at her. That smile, those eyes. But yeah, that no goat trick that you do earlier, you can do it here too, and just, it's to get rid of those aliens that spawn at the bottom of the trees. She's just so obviously happy, right? Bye, Tessie. What was I doing here? Oh, it's probably the cats messing around. And then, we use the pencil eraser here too. With a nasty pencil block. You did the right thing by setting her free. Tessie will always be my favorite Earthbound character, besides Paula. It's definitely Tessie. Oh god, I should make you guys the little, Tessie watch out people. As the Pearlers and send them off your way. Yeah, I hear like the enemies spawn again, so just use teleport. Don't teleport out of Winters, because you're gonna have to go through the whole thing again. Also, if you're low on psychic points, HP, all that, there's a revitalizing machine that you can use. You don't have to save, but you probably should just in case. Stonehenge isn't too bad. Like I said, it's just about executing properly and knowing which encounters to take. And I think I did okay for the recording for that. So here he gives you the eraser, and like I said, you can save, you don't have to, it's not necessary, but it's just in case something goes wrong. Yeah, oh yeah, and be careful when you walk around Stonehenge because there's a trigger there. Alright, so this spot, we wait at the entrance for like 4 to 6 seconds, and that's because there's a mook at the bottom, and for whatever reason, like if you wait right here for that amount of time, he just despawns himself. For Tessie tours, that'd be really cute. And then you can like hand Paula the eraser so you have more room. And less lag for Ness. You open up his inventory. So here we're gonna start using the skip sandwiches to start like executing a little with just enemy movement. A lot has to do with like the Starmen. The Starmen teleport, and once they like stop their teleportation, you have a chance of like green swirling them. So that's why we kind of wait until like they stop moving. And even if they do teleport into us, there's a chance of that becoming a green swirl as well. So you'll see me do it a bunch in here. And it takes a bit of practice, but it's not too bad. And here, like I said, just despawn other things. I might have gotten some encounters that I wasn't happy with, but all you can do is just run away at that point. There are the mooks that you can fight in here, which are still scary, because like I said, they can diamondize you, but you fight the robots and the Starmen, you don't really have to worry too much, you just try to run away. But if you do get into an encounter with a mook, just hypnosis. Petition to add Tessie to Pokemon Stadium. I wish. If only. But if you don't run away, you get to listen to this sick music. So yeah, like, sometimes you'll get a little impatient, but if you see, like, the Starman starting to teleport, don't keep moving, just kind of wait, and then see where he teleports, and then, just kind of wait for him to do it again if he's too far away. Yeah, this song and, the battle against Pokey. The Gygus music in general. Yeah, he ran into me first. The Atomic Power Robot, there we go, that's his name. I always think it's like the replenishing robot, because like all he does is replenish the other robot's health. Yeah. Close. So here it's basically just a bunch of Starman Super that show up. And like I said, just kind of wait for them to teleport and then snag your chance. It's in the next room. You have to be a little more careful because it's other robots that start showing up in a bunch of different spawns. But if you kind of hug the wall and just like walk against it, then there's more of a chance that you'll despawn the robots and the enemies. I'm amazed. I'm amazed that wasn't a red swirl. What? Bye-bye, Ness. So yeah, here, if you have like a secret herb or a couple life noodles, feel free to revive the characters that went down. I think definitely one of the most, or two of the most important characters to like gain EXP within these next few fights are Paula and Jeff. Jeff for his speed for the multi-bottle rockets and Paula for the HP for the Gygas fight. And you want to pick up an exit mouse here too. We're gonna use him just to exit out after we talk to Dr. Andonuts. Jeff's dad. So yeah, here you just want to be a little careful. I think at that point I was like typing in chat or I wasn't paying attention and that's why I was like, yeah, I'll continue going up. And then it was like a green swirl miraculously. It was like, alright, cool. We're not dead. So with the Starman, if the MBR doesn't do enough damage, if you do have like more super bombs that aren't just on Ness, use them. Because if not, then you have to use another multi-bottle rocket with Jeff. It's been going good. How are you, Jolter? Like that. That was really unfortunate. That's good, I'm happy to hear that. So yeah, you just go to the room on the left, and well, there are two options where you can like get the Book of Shyness. It's talk to Apple Kid or Dr. Andonuts. You don't have to talk to both. You can only talk to one. But we talk to Dr. Andonuts because he doesn't say as much as Apple Kid, so we get out of there a lot more quickly. Also, be careful here because you can get into encounters. Hopefully, they're green like that. Then you can run away. If they're not green, you have to... Well, with the caveman at least, because their speed is ridiculous. It's not 5 anymore, like when you were with Jeff. But, yeah, you just have to beat him up. Thank you, Drac, for the host. So, we teleport to Onnet, and then we're gonna do two things. We're gonna get the Book of Shyness from the library. So you just head up. Head into the first room, and it's gonna be in the middle of the third case. And then, we're gonna teleport back into Onnet and go get an exit mouse. That's good, Jolter. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you, Drac. But yeah, here we can do this teleport. We just swoop up and away, or we can just do a teleport beta. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. But So you head down and go get another exit mouse, and we're gonna use this for side. And if you forget the exit mouse, it's not that big of a deal. It's just to help us exit the sanctuaries a lot quicker. So now we're gonna teleport back to Tenda Village. I don't know why I put Deep Darkness. I think that was just me not paying attention. There we go. So you walk in and, oh, I guess we'll just wait here. But yeah, and then we give them the Book of Shyness in the next video. So that's it for this segment. Like I said, this one's probably going to be the shorter ones, and it's because, the last few parts were a bunch of stuff that was just a lot. This is where it gets a lot more challenging and difficult. So the last part is going to be the Sanctuary boss rush. And, Magicant and fighting Gygus, so that'll be in the last video. Check it out.